Yeah, Kellum, Jack, what's going on? GG9091, Joey Mack, two others, Terrence Sutton, what's going on? How you doing?
You're live.
What's up, guys? John here, Titan Talk Tuesday in full effect. Got my background here. You guys on Instagram will see that later. Got my new desk here I'm sitting at. What's going on? Ken Zhu, what's going on? Enrique, how you doing? Tara, what's going on? Coach Sella, Jiu-Jitsu Brian, Zizar, what's going on? Mitra, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Yes, sir. Good man. How you doing there? El Cid. What is that? El Cid. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? How you doing, man? All right. Let me see what's going on. How you guys doing? Gregory, One Punch. What's going on, guys? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys all joining me in. I got a great Titan Talk Tuesday planned for you guys, as usual. And anytime during this Titan Talk, if you guys have any questions, concerns, you want to know more about therapy, I'm talking about different therapies, and I'm not talking about any service that we do. Anything you guys want, man, please shout it out to me. I'll be happy to answer you guys' questions, concerns, or if there's something I don't know, listen, I'll ask a provider and get back to you about it, all right? That's the beautiful thing about what it is. Very impressive. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wish the Queen Isabel. I will, definitely. He loves her for sure. He does. All right, so no problem with that. She's a great person. All right, guys, so Titan Talk Tuesday is going to be a great setup for you guys today. First thing we're going to be talking about is the therapy of the week. Before I get into the therapy of the week, if you guys don't know what Titan Medical Center can do for you, let me go over some of the different things that we offer to our patients. And remember, we service nationwide. 49 states now. The only state we don't do is Idaho. Every other state, Ohio is open. So, no, I don't want to get no messages. Well, when's Ohio going to open up? It's open. It's ready for you guys. But all you guys around the country in the 49 states that we service, listen, we can help you guys out with hormone replacement therapy for males and females, weight loss therapies, and a whole bunch of them, different stuff that we got for you guys. Peptide therapies like we're talking about today, healing peptides, sexual peptides, weight loss peptides. Our custom signature vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, our blends, Hercules Potion, Titan Complete, Titan Serenity, and a number of other ones like Titan Up, Titan Ultra. We've got some really, really good ones there for you guys. They have different vitamin blends and amino acid blends in there that will get you guys great results in a number of different ways. We also do libido enhancers for both males and females. So guys, you don't have to have erectile dysfunction, but if you do, we can help you out there. But you don't have to have that. If you want to step up your game a couple nights of the year, maybe you're single, you really want to go on a romp, you're good to go. Females, the exact same thing. We can help you females out too as well. So, if you have a girlfriend or a wife or something like that, fiance, and you guys, want to use this together, we have different therapies for you guys. What up, Dan Wheeler in the house? How you doing? Gilberto Grip, how you doing? What's going on? All right, everybody's in the house. I'm loving it. Barbecue Andrews, what's going on? All right, so the other things that we offer, guys, we offer, rejuvenation, recovery therapies. If you guys are in-house, we can do IVs on you guys. We also offer blood work nationwide. So we can check all your different hormones out there, vital organs out there, cholesterol if you guys want to do that. We do a food sensitivity testing, so different foods out there that might make you bloat or you have a sensitivity to or allergy to, we can help you out and find out exactly what is good for you and what's not good for you. The other things after that, guys, we can do STD testing through blood work too as well. We can send you guys anywhere in the country to go in for blood work, either through LabCorp or if you guys don't have that, we also have Quest as well. So it's up to you guys to check out and get right, basically. Feel better, look better, perform better. That's why we're here for you guys. Steffi, what's going on? How you going on? Bedroom therapies are they only for couples or singles? So the bedroom therapies are both, males or females. You can be single or in a relationship. They're good for both, either way. Hulk Squad, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? I wish I could say something to the UK. But in UK, I think you can go into the pharmacy and go get it. I've got some friends that live in the UK, and it's pretty simple to do some of the different therapies that we have here over there. Okay. So, now that you know what we can do for you guys nationwide in our services, let's go over the therapy of the week. And Ezzy, what's going on? Ismail, how you doing? All right, so the therapy of the week is our injectable peptide therapy, or it's a peptide therapy. You can do oral or injectable, is BPC-157. So, BPC-157 is Body Protection Compound 157. I was referred to you guys. Should I DM? You could DM One Road to Mine, or you can call or text 727-389-3220, okay? And what's the difference between Nectar of the Gods and Hercules Potion? All right, I'll answer this real quick before I get into BPC-157. It's a great question, Gilberto. Gilberto asked, what's the difference between Nectar of the Gods and Hercules Potion? It's a great question because they are pretty similar. Okay, I'm very transparent about that. They're very similar in that blend. Now, the difference between them. So, Hercules Potion has glutamine, so does Nectar of the Gods. Glutamine, but Hercules Potion has glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. Okay, so it has all those components. Now, Nectar of the Gods is very similar. The way that it switches out is Nectar of the Gods does not have L-citrulline or ornithine. We replaced L-citrulline and ornithine with glutathione. And glutathione is a very thick viscosity type therapy. So at that point, we put that in there to replace 2 of the other different types that were in there. So at that point, you're going to get, this is what you're going to get in Nectar of the Gods. Glutamine, arginine, lysine, glutathione, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. Okay, so you're not going to get the L-citrulline and ornithine. So that's the big difference. The big difference is that you're losing L-citrulline and ornithine, that's in Hercules Potion, and you're getting it replaced with glutathione. So at that point, that's the only difference between the two. And it's a big difference because glutathione by itself is a super antioxidant. It helps with liver distress. So if you have a fatty liver or you have a liver underneath stress, right, or you're taking a lot of acetaminophen, at that point, that can put stress on the liver. The ALT, AST enzymes are up. And this can lower ALT and AST enzymes. So fatty livers, livers that are under stress. Now remember, your liver does all the filtration, or most of the filtration in your body. It's like the body's filter. So everything gets ran through there. So stress of oral supplementation too can put stress on it too as well. And different things. So glutathione, plus glutathione is a super antioxidant. It's going to be good for boosting and supporting the immune system, immune function. It's going to be great for combating free radicals in the body too as well. So glutathione has a lot of great properties. So that's a replacement in Nectar of the Gods. Spanish word, I appreciate it. Titan family, the best. I am Greek. And Kalymnos is the island my family comes from. And that's where I got property. It's Kalymnos, Mitra. All right. How long does it stay in the body? Now we're talking about Nectar of the Gods. So Nectar of the Gods is usually 24 hours to 48 hours tops. After that, your body either excretes it or absorbs it. Okay? That's the good thing about it. Everything that's in Nectar of the Gods or even Hercules Potion is water soluble. So, your body's going to take in all it possibly can. And if there's anything left over, it's going to dump it. But you're hopefully going to get most of the absorbency out of it and taking all that stuff in too as well. What up, Christian? How you doing? Strength Addicts in the house. Lil Dale, how you doing? Joey, what's going on? What was the number? So the number to the office is 727-389-3220. And you can find that on our website, our Instagram page, Facebook page, and all that, okay? All right. What up, Titans? How you doing? All right, so we answered that question. Be ready. What's going on? Lisa, how you doing? Eric, what's going on? Woodtech in Super Bowl 360. What's going on? All right, so let's talk about BPC-157. So BPC-157, Therapy of the Week, Body Protection Compound 157. And this is an awesome healing peptide therapy that Titan Medical Center offers. It's good for a number of different things. So BPC-157 is a compound which is isolated from the human gastric juice in the body, right? So it's pretty similar to the body as far as that goes. So there shouldn't be any counterindications or anybody rejecting it or anything like that, right? After that, BPC-157, the way that it works, people ask me all the time, so how does this work? All right. Now, BPC-157, the way that it works is it works on the vascular system, and the vascular response accelerates the healing factor. So basically, it creates new blood vessels, right, in the area. And we know bringing fresh blood and new blood to the area is how things heal. So this is one great healing peptide for that. Now, it's known to help promote quick healing in different tissues, including skin, muscles, bone, joint, ligaments, and tendons. If you have nagging injuries, pain in your elbows, it's going to be great for this, especially stomach issues, ulcers, IBS. These are main things that BPC-157 can help as well. So the thing about BPC-157 is that you're going to want to inject it closest to the injured area. You don't have to directly inject it into a tendon or directly into a muscle, but you want to go subcutaneous, as close as you possibly can. So people ask me all the time. Mine, my shoulders. I use it on my shoulders, right? And, I have pain in my shoulders like right here. It's like right in the front. So I'll inject like right in here, and it definitely helps me. The other good thing with BPC-157, it's good for like arthritis, inflammation in the body too as well. And like I said, this will give you a good chance at healing injuries instead of maybe possibly going to surgery. You never know, right? And you want to take every good step before having to go into surgery, because surgery, it's going to be serious at that point. You're going to have downtime and all these good things. So if you can work through it and repair yourself like this, you're going to be, back into the gym or back into training or whatever you're doing a lot faster without the injury. So BPC-157 is definitely one of my go-tos. It's helped a number of different patients, thousands of patients at that point. What's going on, Punisher, my man, Pat Russo in the house. Shaped by Sarah, what's going on? There's a Titan and Titanium. That's right, that's correct. One road to mine, I'll make sure to get back to you. Seth Jordan in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? Brady Allen, what's going on? Lisa, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Steppy, what's going on? Raw Tour, how you guys doing? I appreciate all you guys in here. The Real Hokey Pride, what's going on? How you guys doing? And remember, you guys can share this on Instagram now in the comments section. I think you guys can share this to other people. So, guys, do me a favor and do that. If you guys are on Facebook, do that. What up, Shaped by Sarah? How you doing? Hopefully, we'll see you in the office tomorrow to get you signed. All right, so one road. BPC-157 is amazing, and my dad healed his shoulder quick. And my King Corso, it healed her hips. So it's healed a lot of different people, man, a lot of different ways. So, I always recommend that. If you have a nagging injury, you have something that's going on, acute injury possibly, and, it's not going to heal broken bones per se, but it will help heal a lot of different things a lot faster, or possibly heal the things without going into surgery. That's the biggest thing. Jack's boy in the house, what's going on, man? I appreciate you. All right, so if you guys want to know more about BPC-157 or want to become a patient and use BPC-157, it's real simple and easy to do. All you have to do is fill out new patient paperwork. You don't have to get a blood test to get this therapy. So you'll fill out the new patient paperwork. You're going to send that in, and that's real simple and easy to do. You can literally go to the website, fill it out right through there. You can click the link in Instagram bio. It'll take you to the new patient paperwork there, and you guys can get, you can get on a program, man. And we offer a lot of different programs that you don't need blood work for. So if you guys are worried about that, this will not be a factor for you guys, okay? If you guys want hormones or IGF-1, that's going to require blood work. But all the other therapies do not. But they all do require a medical consult, which is very simple and easy to do. We can do it through FaceTime. We send you a link now. We don't do it through FaceTime. We'll send you a link. You'll click on it, and then you'll be right there with the provider going over all your health history, new patient paperwork, family history, and get you guys going on a program to hopefully heal you guys, make you guys feel better, look better, and perform better day in and day out. Trina Queen, what's going on? How you guys doing? Hokey Pride, has been a minute there for sure. All right, Sarah, we'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait. Taylor Fit, what's going on? How you doing? All right, so let's get into, unless somebody has another question about any therapies or anything like that. If you do, shout out to me and I'll answer it, and we'll go over it for everybody to learn and hopefully be educated on. Get some more info, guys. All right, so the next topic of the day, and this was kind of funny, California City is to give universal income to transgender or non-binary residents regardless of earnings. Okay. So, I read this article, and obviously from the title of it, it was a little kind of misleading to a certain extent. I'm not going to ravage them, but giving out universal basic income, UBI, is what they're going to be doing. They're setting aside $200,000 for this program, and it says, regardless of earnings. So I found that to be a little off, because they did say in there that they had to hit, a threshold. I think it was poverty threshold to get this, and maybe it's not, I don't know, but this goes to anybody. It doesn't matter race or anything like that, but if they want to be, or they claim to be transgender or binary, which means that they don't claim to be male or female. I don't know how that happens, but they can be binary, so at that point they'll get this, and I think it was like $800 a month or something like that is what they'll get. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for somebody. That could be rent somewhere. That could be their housing, whatever it is. That's a good amount of money, and they're not making you put it towards anything in particular. They're just giving the money. So at that point, I mean, I guess it could be used for a lot of harmful things too as well. Said Jordan, I'll get to your question in 1 second, okay? All right, so at that point, what do you guys think about this? California to give away free money to people that claim they're transgender or non-binary, or binary, I mean, not non-binary, but binary. Now, the funny thing about this article was it did have some openly gay people that were in the city council, talk about this, and they didn't like this. They thought it was discriminatory and outrageous, basically. So at that point, if everybody on that side, the what is it? LGBTQ, I don't want to get that wrong, community, because we service a lot of people. So everybody is welcome at Titan Medical Center. But what I was raised in, everybody should be the exact same, no matter what their sexual preferences, religious preferences, color of skin, anything like this. But we're all people, right? We're all humans, and that's kind of what we should be working on and looking towards here, is that we're all humans. And everybody deserves the exact same rights on this planet, or at least in the United States. You want to go somewhere else, like China or somewhere else, where they're taking away kids right now that are COVID positive away from their family, their parents, and they're locking them in these metal cages. It's really crazy what's going on in China. I don't talk about these other things out there because it doesn't have anything to do with us in the United States, but for people that are worried about all these human rights and stuff like that, we should be looking at some different things that are going on in these other countries for sure. So you get extra for being trans. That's correct, Hall Squad. So if you want to move to California, they're going to give you $800 in certain cities to just claim this. I mean, you don't even got to show, I guess, anything. You just got to claim it, and that's what it is. So, all right, so Jordan, let's get to your question. It's a great question. What do you think about CJC with no DAC? I think it's good. I think, honestly, CJC, and honestly, the CJC that you'll get from the pharmacies has no DAC in it, right? So at that point, I think it's good. Obviously, it's worked for a lot of different patients out there. And at that point, I don't think DAC's a big issue with having in that blend. I know some people, it'll last longer, stuff like that, as far as the half-life. But trust me, we get great results with CJC. The trick is with ipamorelin. And that's why we mix the two into one therapy. And that's why we kind of eat the cost on the ipamorelin from the pharmacy, because we could get CJC by itself, but it doesn't work as good. And the whole point for our patients, and what I want our patients to get, is great results, really good results, right? So can they get decent results of CJC 1295 by itself? Yes. But can they get even better results from the ipamorelin CJC? Yes. So at that point, we'll eat the cost on that, sell it for the exact same amount of money. So you're getting two awesome peptide therapies in one, and not have to worry about even injecting them by themselves. It's all in one injection. It's a beautiful thing, and I think it works really, really well. I identify as strength addicts. What kind of money? See, that's what I'm saying. So I should be able to identify as Titan. I'm Titan. That is my name, and I'm non-binary. I'm a Titan. And that's what I want to be. I want to be all my life. So maybe I'll change my name to Titan, and then even on your passports now, you could put non-binary, you could put binary. So you could put non-gendered, basically. So you could be whatever you want to be, even on federal documents for traveling. What are we going to do about 9/11, guys? Something like that happens. Guys could go as females, walk through as girls all day long. The patting down is going to change. I mean, I've talked about this last week. The federal government is getting involved with this, and they're going to make it more inclusive and eased for transgender people. Or I have no problem with that. But when we start lowering security and stuff like that, or changing some of these things, it is what it is, right? This is kind of crazy. All right, so maybe you'll get some money, Christian. Who knows? I go to work every day to provide for my family, abide by the laws set forth. Do I get any extra money for being a common person in America? No, Hog Squad, the common person in America is really the people, they're getting dumped on, right? And when I say that, and I don't want to get into politics, but what I say is this, that everybody is paying their fair share of taxes, or should, right? And all this money that we're doing to these extra programs is tax money. That's not something that's hidden. That's the truth, okay? And all our tax money goes to different programs. Now, some programs are really, really good and benefit people that need it. Some programs are not so good and benefit people that don't need it. So I think that there should be people looking over, these different things and seeing what's going on. Even with the COVID money, and the COVID money got spent like crazy, and there's no accountability. Like us as taxpayers should be able to have the IRS working for us, and they should be able to look at all the different programs that went on and tell us taxpayers what went on with our money. We would do it anyway. If you were turning your taxes to the IRS and they had a question about what you did with your money, they would sure in the hell come after you guys and look at it and say, listen, we're going to audit you, and we want to know where all the receipts are at for all this, and we want to look at all this, but we're not doing this all these programs. And the fact and the truth about it is that it will never get looked at ever. All right. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? I appreciate all you guys joining me for Titan Talk Tuesday. If you guys got any questions, hold on in the house. What's up, dude? How you doing, bro? Firearm Fred, what's going on? All right, so guys, if you have any questions about any of the therapies, anything that we do, please shout it out. Farrah, what's going on? Farrah, that body. I like that. That's a good name. I like that. All right, so let's talk about the next thing, right? And this is a big one, especially in the bodybuilding community and stuff like that. And, I'm going to talk about somebody that was lost today in the bodybuilding community. I was going to wait for Drew on Friday, and we're going to cover it again, but I want to at least give him a shout out. I knew the guy. I'm sorry what happened today, but we'll talk about it in a second. So the next topic, and this is a good one, Christian. I think you're going to like this. So why muscle dysmorphia is only getting bigger and more defined. Okay, so if you guys don't know what body dysmorphia is. So body dysmorphia is something that when somebody looks in the mirror, right, they might think, oh, my head's too big. My hair's not long enough. My penis is too small. Whatever it is, body dysmorphia. You're looking at something in your body and you think it's bad, right? And you want to change it. Well, muscle dysmorphia is a subcategory of body dysmorphia. And it's almost kind of the exact same thing, but it has a little bit more definition to it. So when we talk about muscle dysmorphia, we talk about people that look in the mirror, and, I think I'm one. I think every guy to a certain extent is this, unless you're a genetic freak, and even those guys the exact same way. When you're growing up, you always want to be bigger, I guess, and you go through that phase. Well, we did anyway when I was growing up, and I'm 41. So, we looked at the guys biggest in the gym. We want to go up and be like those guys. We wanted to be like our superheroes that we seen every Saturday morning on cartoons, or the action figures that we played with. They were muscle, defined, masculine. These things were something that, we wanted to follow and be alpha males, and be that guy that leads the pack and be the strong one that protects everybody, right? So, we work towards this. It's not something that somebody's born with, unless you're Hercules, right? You're a demigod and you have God genes running through your bloodline. But some guys genetically, listen, I've met some guys, and they're black guys, but they genetics, dude. I know a couple guys that have not worked out a day in their life. Let's say it was in high school. These guys were the most chiseled, rock hard dudes I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. And I always ask them, how you doing? I don't even work out. These guys don't even work out. They might have ran a little bit. They play basketball, but no working out whatsoever. But a lot of people have to work for it, okay? They're not as genetically gifted as some of these other people out there. So at that point, you're working, and you start, and you might be small. Let's say me, all right? I'm, 170, 180 pounds in high school. I'm like, man, I got to get up to at least 215, 220, real easy, real simple. So I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to grow, I'm working out as much as possible. I'm gaining muscle. I'm getting bigger and bigger, right? Maybe 2-3 pounds. People are like, man, you look good. But, man, I look in the mirror, and I see the same guy back in, when I was, 14 years old. I'm like, man, I'm not that big. I compare myself to other guys. This is what muscle dysmorphia is. And muscle dysmorphia can take a hold of people. Muscle dysmorphia can get really serious. And this is almost like... It's almost a problem, guys, to a certain extent, where muscle dysmorphia can take over your life. And what I mean by that, so people are so hung up about their muscle definition and gains, that these guys will do everything and anything to get it. Whether it's skipping their job, interview, friend's wedding, girlfriends, don't care about, listen, when I got time, I'll take you out. I'm going to hit the gym. That's my first lady love. You know, you hear this a lot, right? Some guys will even abstain from sex because they want to be able to go in the gym and give it their best, and they don't want anything to take away from it. Boxers do this too as well. Some people abstain the whole time when they're going through training, through their fight, because it does make you more aggressive, okay? There is a thing as sexual tension and aggression, and that can build up, and that can definitely help you in your training, for sure, 100%, and even in fights and stuff like that. So I know some guys that would need the release, though, before fights and stuff like that. They go the whole time, release before the fight, and go out and literally fight. But, you know, this is something that people deal with. They deal with muscle dysmorphia. And this can get really serious, guys, down the line. So it's something that you really need to learn about, right? And muscle dysmorphia can happen in a number of different ways. And this can turn into eating disorders, too, as well. So, you know, it's something that I think a lot of guys deal with out there. And it's almost like an OCD type thing, too, as well. You're looking at yourself every time you can in the mirror. You're not giving yourself rest days because you got to go to the gym and train. It's just, you got to do it. You know, it is what it is. There's no days off. You know, I know some people that wouldn't go to gatherings or events because they knew the food wasn't going to fit their macros. This is true stories, guys. So at that point, you know, people go there or maybe not eat, you know, or go to family gatherings, not eat, and that's fine too. If they got to stick to their diet plan, I understand that. But normal people don't understand that. They don't. Normal people, regular people that don't care as much as the person that wants the muscle or wants to be really, really fit or wants to live a really serious, healthy lifestyle, they don't understand those people because, you know, even people like me, I'm one of them. I live a balanced life to a certain extent, but every meal I try to plan, you know, and I try to eat the exact same things every single day. And at that point, I try to stay in line with my macros and stuff like that. So I'm not as bad as I used to be, I guess. I used to be a lot worse. But there are people that are a lot worse than me. That's what I'm getting at. There are people out there that will literally look at every single calorie and macro that they're going to inhale and take in their body. They're worried about their training programs. They don't want anything to get in the way of that, and that's dedication. I can respect that and love that. But only for a certain amount of time. There's things that you have to do in life. You have to love life, right? Because you only get one chance at life. So at that point, it is what it is. So don't let body dysmorphia take a hold of you guys. And if you recognize it, that's the first thing. Like recognizing, hey, listen, I might have a little issue here, and you know what? I'm going to let up just a little bit, and it is what it is. I think you'll be a lot happier in the beginning. You might not be because you're so used to routine. And if you're like me, I hate getting out of the routine because, you know, I want to stay in it. That's what keeps me tight, keeps me going. And so if I get out of it for a couple of days, it's hard to get back into it. But you know what? I'm happy those days I'm out. You know, I'm enjoying whether it's vacation or family time or whatever it is and taking a break. And that's what you all need, right? So if you feel like you have body dysmorphia, muscle dysmorphia in particular, this is something serious. If you think that, you know, maybe your counterpart has this. Now, girls can have this too as well. And girls mostly have it with, they have it with eating disorders, right? And body dysmorphia. As far as, you know, they think that they're fat. And there's literally girls that are like skinny twigs, right? That think that they're fat. Literally, I'm not joking, like not joking around about it, but seriously think that they're fat. That they start these eating disorders like bulimia, right? They're puking up every one of their meals because they don't want those calories in their body. And there's people that deal with this still to this day. I remember when I was in high school, I had maybe a couple girls that I knew that went through this, and it was pretty serious. One girl was in the hospital, almost died. She needed fluids and all these different things. Electrolytes were down. Totally crazy, right? And because some guys were telling her that she was fat, and she really wasn't fat. That was the whole thing about it. They literally knew that got to her, and they kept pushing her. And this was before bullying was around, guys, like big bullying like you get in trouble with today. Back in the day, you could haze somebody, you could tie them to a damn flagpole, and nothing would happen to you. It was, honestly, it was pushed back in the day. If you were on any sports teams, football, basketball, baseball, cheerleading squads, any of that, if you were the freshman or the newbie, for sure, you're going to get hazed by those those upperclassmen, right? They're gonna make you earn your spot. And now today, you better not do anything like that. Your ass is gonna get brought up on charges. So it is what it is, man. I mean, but back in the day, it used to be a lot worse. I think today, people are a lot more sensitive to that, and that's a good thing. I think that people need to be a little bit more sensitive on what they say to people because, I know sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never harm me. That's not true. Some things, people, you can't take back words sometimes, and you can't apologize for things because it can't be gone. So that could hurt some people a lot. Big Drew in the house, my man, Scott Robinson. How you doing? Yuli Narena, what up? Shadow Fresh, how you doing? One of a kind, Rock Man, how you doing? But extremes are bad. Routine and structure, I love it. Justin Caviar in the house. Liz Cordero, what's going on? How you doing, Liz? T Fitness, what's going on? I'm loving it, guys. Thank you guys for all joining me. Glow by Nikel. We got Nikel Gooch in the house. You guys know who she is. You guys will be learning who Nikel is really soon, guys. Watch out, I think, for tight and accelerated aesthetics. I think that's what we're kind of coming to, so I'm really, really proud of that. All right, Liz Cordell, what's going on? Ola, what's going on? Cool. How you doing? What's up to you? Kind of days till hip surgery, then training. Hawk Squad, I know, man. I know you got that coming, man. So, hopefully BPC and TB500 will help you out again and hopefully get you over that and fast, healed, recovered, and get you back in the gym so you can crank it out. I know you love that for sure. And that's the same thing, I mean, iron is life to some of us, and it's a good thing. Mostly, a lot of people that work out, what I can say is most of the time that's their stress reliever. A lot of people, they go to the bottle, they go to drugs, and a lot of people, they go to the gym, and that's what it is. I know a lot of recovering drug addicts. They were addicted to one thing, and they went to training, and that became their addiction, and they got out of alcohol and drugs. So that's a big thing. Now, the other part of this article I really didn't like, and I'll talk to you guys about it. It kind of took shots at steroids. All right, it said that people that have muscle dysmorphia are more inclined to take steroids. Now, anabolic steroids is what we're talking about. We're not talking about corticosteroids. So, anabolic steroids, testosterone. I know a lot of people out there take the black market steroids like Trenbolone or Masteron or Anavar or all these different things out there that people can take. So, they're basically getting at this. That people that have muscle dysmorphia are more likely to take anabolic steroids. It is what it is. So they can gain more muscle and they can lose more fat. All right, so I know people that don't have body dysmorphia, or maybe they do, and they're taking all this stuff too as well. So I don't think that's the big thing about it. And the one thing that I don't like about this, and what they tried to hint at, that was anabolic steroids are a gateway drug for heroin. All right, guys. So let's break down this, okay? Because this is not cool, right? They can say that a lot of these people out here, body dysmorphia, muscle dysmorphia, are more inclined to take steroids. Would I agree with that? Probably 100%. Now, gateway drug to heroin? I don't think so, all right? And the way that they said it was, the reason was because you're so used to injecting, okay? So that's funny. Okay, all right. So yeah, it is an injection, right, for some steroids, anabolic steroids like testosterone, some of the things that are out there. There's also oral anabolic steroids, okay? So you don't have to inject them either, right? So is that a gateway for, I don't know, fentanyl or whatever the hell you can take orally? I don't know. But a gateway to heroin, it's a totally different injection. When you're injecting anabolic steroids, like testosterone, whatever it may be, you're injecting into a muscle, okay? You're injecting intramuscular. You could even inject subcutaneously, right? That's subcutaneous, fat. But you're not injecting into a vein. A lot different than injecting into a muscle. Let's talk about some of the difference. So when you take an injection into a muscle, there could be little air bubbles in there, right? And you can inject it in there. Nothing's going to happen because it's not going to a main vein or anything like that. When you're injecting into a vein like you would any drug like heroin, anything like that in there, dude, that could be terminal. You could be over with real quick. Some things like this, it's a lot different. Nobody's going into a vein. I wouldn't even go into a vein and inject anabolic steroids. The only thing you're going to go into a vein with on our side, and you won't be doing it, would be an IV, and that's going to be done by a medical professional. That's not going to be done by you or anybody else, so that you're safe. because injecting into a vein, there could be a lot of different problems and issues that go along with this. So I like the article to some extent because it's making awareness out there. I think a lot of people and a lot of teenagers go through this body dysmorphia and muscle dysmorphia, especially as far as males. So I think that this needs to be looked at. Kids should be talked to about this, and really given honesty. I think honesty is the best policy. Talking about some of these different things. A lot of people want instant gratification. Totally understandable, especially in this generation. But at that point, some things, it doesn't matter. You have to wait some time to get. And muscle is one of those different things that you're going to have to wait a little bit of time and put in the work and eat properly. I don't care if you do every anabolic steroid underneath the sun. If you don't eat, you're not sleeping, you're not training, you're not going to get any results, okay? It's just funny. I see it on some groups, and people are telling me they take 1,000 milligrams of testosterone, 1,000 milligrams of tren, this, that. And, man, these guys don't look too good. I'm like, man, maybe you should, cut back on some of that stuff, get your training, your diet correct, and maybe sleep a little bit better, and you probably get better results, okay? DC Baker in the house. What's going on? So people who inject for MS therapy are more likely to become heroin addicts. See, that isn't that funny? That all this is really crazy. That's the thing I don't like about some of these articles. They try to push the narrative that steroids are a gateway to drugs that are going to hurt you or possibly kill you. Big difference between anabolic steroids and drugs like heroin. Anabolic steroids, performance enhancer, going to make you probably perform a lot better, look better, feel better, all the way around. Heroin's going to get you high, and you're going to want to look for another fix. You're going to look for everything that you possibly can to steal for that fix. You'll steal from your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, save all your savings. You'll sleep on the street. You're not going to do that anabolic steroids, guys. It doesn't get you high, right? Even if that high is you in the gym with that pump. Right? You're going to go, you're going to work out, you're going to get the pump, you're going to come back home, you're going to do your job, you're going to go back to the gym. And even if you were using them, it's not going to get you to that mindset, right? And you're not going to be like, oh, I can't do it because my neck's fixed, and start shaking. It's just not going to happen. So I like the article to some extent. And like I said, the other ones, it's really way different, guys. They also say marijuana is a gateway drug too as well. All right, so Dominic, what's going on? Hey, Dominic, I'm working on the socks, so if you really want them, you let me know. Take as directed by your medical provider. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate it. Get your blood work done ASAP. Life is priceless. What's going on, Sada Salah? How you doing? Oscar, the only truth is if you take black market steroids, they're most likely coming from the same dealer as heroin. That's why you go with Titan prescription. This is so true. You don't know if you're buying stuff underground or black market where it's truly coming from. Even if it has the nice, pretty package and labeling from a commercial product and it has the hologram, all this stuff is fake, guys. Like, you would not believe, guys. There's so much fake stuff, black market, that's getting passed off like real. It's ridiculous. So watch out if you're buying any of this stuff. And the price is just way too good to be true. It's just crazy out there. So just be careful, guys, what's going on, all right? All right, guys, let's talk about the poll question. These polls are always awesome, guys. And if you guys want to become part of the poll, you guys got to get on the newsletter. You guys on Instagram, the link in the bio has our link tree, and it has a newsletter right there. You can go and join and subscribe and be a part of this poll. Not only is the poll in the newsletter, but all the great information and discounts and specials that we do, along with all our events and a lot more in that weekly newsletter. So you guys should definitely want to get it. Be on it. It's free to do. All right. All right, so did you know Titan has peptides that can help healing joints and nagging injuries? 45% said no, I did not know. Can you tell me more? How is it people are on our newsletter if they read just a little bit down? So the poll's at the bottom of the newsletter, right? So in the top of the newsletter, especially this week, it talks about BPC-157, the healing peptide, has a video probably, Art probably put in there. So at that point, that's what you should be clicking on right away to know. And if you don't know, now you know. And you should definitely check out YouTube if not, or go to our social media page. But listen, we can help you out with healing injuries, right? And a lot of different ones out there. Even if you're getting done with surgery, healing that way. These things can help you guys. 24% said, yes, I did and I used them. That's awesome. 12% said, no, but I have heard of healing peptides. Okay. 6% said, yes, but I do not use them. And 13% said yes, but I would like to know more. So you guys need to contact us. Brittany Renee, IMBB Pro in the house. What's going on? Hulk Squad said, by the way, I'm digging my beanie, John. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love the post that you did with it. You turned it to the Hulk. That was awesome. You know, if you guys see the new gear out there and you guys want it, stuff will be on the website to purchase. And I'll be doing giveaways here. I'm going to try to start doing them every week again so we can get back on that track because I got a lot of new stuff coming for you guys. And you guys, I think, are going to love it. The new clothing line and stuff like that that's coming is going to be ridiculous, especially for the ladies. The ladies is what I work on first. We have a lot of lady tightinettes. I want to make sure they're all good. And for the guys, I usually get Nike and stuff like that. So got a whole bunch of new stuff coming on for you guys. The Titan beanies, Christian, are hardcore for sure, 100%. So if you guys are looking at that, the girl stuff that's coming in is going to be ridiculous. Y'all helped me last year with my shoulder tear and surgeries and bicep tear. So hold on, that's right. So Holden had some injuries, shoulder tear, surgery, and bicep tear. So at that point, BPC-157, TB500, these healing peptides actually helped him too, as well as Hulk Squad. So I've got some people on here that have actually used these things in real world scenarios. So it's not me, like they're not sponsored guys or anything like that. And they've used these therapies and it's helped them tremendously for healing. And they were pretty bad injuries or even getting over surgery, I think we're holding. That's right? Bubba Lupo, what's going on, dude? I hope all is well, man. The NOLA. All right, so good. What would be the dosing amount for surgery? I had CMC bone on my thumb removed a week ago and heard things about TB5. Okay, so you usually want to do, we do the dosing protocol for you guys. So if you guys become Titan Medical Center patients, we're going to tell you guys how to dose this, how to inject these things, and kind of where if you have a question about that too as well, because everything can be different, right? Like this one. This is in his hand, right? And it's in his thumb. So yeah, so usually 500 micrograms per day is kind of what you want. Now, you can go up, right? So if you want to purchase more and you want to do more, you can do that. You can definitely up the dose on these things. But we want to make it, so it was a package for somebody that was going to work efficiently. And this is what it would be spending. But if they want to do even more, they could do even more. And it will help expedite, hopefully the results for the healing. All right. Can you inject BPC IM? So you can. You can inject BPC IM. Would I do it? Probably not. I mean, because, unless it's into listen, if it's a muscle tear, maybe, but even subcutaneously, because you want to bring it to the outside and not the inside per se. So that's kind of why I would do maybe subcutaneous closest to the injury and not go IM with BPC-157. I have used it IM too as well, and it has helped, but subcutaneous is probably the best way to go. All right. Woo! All right, so events. We got coming up. Deke Warner, 618 NBC Mid-Florida Classic will be down in Orlando. 8-4 to 8-6. Tampa Pro, baby. We're right down the street. Titan Medical Center is fully involved with that. And probably have free B12 injections. Again, like we did last year. The only guys to be able to do this. You got to love that, right? After that, we're going back down to Orlando the next weekend, 8-13, Deke Warner's NBC Florida State Classic. 9-8 to 9-10, St.Pete Art and Fashion Week, presented by Titan Medical Center. We'll have some new beautiful designs. I can't wait. 10-22, Hurricane Pro will be there full effect. 12-15 to 12-18, Olympia in Las Vegas will be there. And 12-3, Cars and Couture. I guess that's the week before. All right, so that's going to be awesome. There was one more on here we won't be at, but we are the title sponsor on 6/18. Titan Medical Center presents the Caribbean NBC Classic or something like that. Tim Gardner's putting it on. I'm not going to be able to be there. It's my son's birthday on the 18th, and I just found out I'm the All-Star coach too, and our tournament's on the 18th. Gotta love it, guys, right? At least I'm busy. So it is what it is. But these are going to be awesome events. We're going to be adding to these events too as well. So you guys will be able to see some more of these events. And hopefully you guys will be there, right? Whether we're in Tampa, Orlando, or we are in Las Vegas, baby, in December. I can't wait for that. It's the first time Titan Medical Center is going to have a booth at Olympia in Las Vegas. We've done Olympia twice here in Orlando. Now it's time for us to go to Vegas. I remember when I first started Titan Medical Center, the second year I had my first sponsored athlete, Michaela Soto, IMBB Pro. And we bust ass and we did everything we could, and we got her qualified for Olympia. It's only her second time ever to be qualified. And she was basically thrown out, her contracts were ended with Species, and she couldn't really find sponsorship anywhere else. I took a chance on Michaela. She was at the end of her career to a certain extent. Never the end, but she was at the lower end, I guess, to a certain extent. And went there, man. And at that point, I said, listen, I can't wait till Titan Medical Center can be able to come out here and have the money and capacity to have a beautiful booth out here and really be a part of a true Olympia. So hopefully this is the year that we're going to be able to do that, and that wish is going to come true. And we're going to be out there, and we're going to have a hell of a setup for you guys and a lot of giveaways. The only thing I wish we could bring the Lambo in so you guys could all see like I did last year. That was a beautiful thing to do. All right, guys, I think that's it. Unless you guys have anything, right, you need, please let me know. A little weird, but hopefully September in 2023. Yeah, we'll see. December is a little bit weird for Olympia, especially the week they did it. I think it's the week before Christmas. I kind of didn't like that to a certain extent, but it is what it is. I'm happy to be a part of it, and it is what it is. So, we'll be out there, and Strength Addicts, hopefully we'll be covering all that. Brooke, what's going on? How you doing? I hope all is well with you. If you have any questions before we're going to end Titan Talk today about any therapies, anything we talked about, BPC-157 healing peptide, you guys want any questions about weight loss peptides or weight loss therapies in general, muscle building therapies, things that maybe enhance your mood, let me know. I'll be able to go over all those things for you. If not, guys, I'm going to wrap it up today. I think today has been a hell of a show. I appreciate all of you guys for joining me for Titan Talk Tuesday, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. So join me, guys, all right? Next Tuesday, I will be doing a giveaway of some sort. I'm going to give away something. So at that point, join me. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in every week, in and out with me. I'm John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. I appreciate all you guys' support, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 6 p.m. with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center.